First contact. The Pacific Ocean churned beneath the research vessel Horizon Dawn as Dr. Maya Rodriguez adjusted the deep-sea scanning equipment. 3 months of searching had led to this moment. Anomalous energy readings unlike anything humanity had ever encountered, emanating from 12 kilometers below the surface. Energy signature holding steady. Technical Officer James Lee reported, his fingers dancing across holographic displays. Whatever's down there, it's been waiting a long time for us to find it. Maya nodded, her dark eyes fixed on the primary monitor. The readings suggested a structure of impossible complexity, maintaining perfect integrity, despite crushing pressures that would have pulverized any human-made material. More intriguing still were the patterns, precise, mathematical sequences that couldn't possibly be natural. "Launch the deep probe," she ordered, and the ship's AI acknowledged with a soft chime. As the probe descended through the abyssal darkness, Maya couldn't shake the feeling that humanity stood on the precipice of something monumental. 20 years of searching for extraterrestrial intelligence had yielded nothing but silence and static. Until now. The probe's feed flickered to life, illuminating the darkness with powerful floods. At first, there was nothing but the endless descent through black water. Then, at 11 kilometers, something reflected the light. A surface too smooth to be natural, too vast to be human-made. "My God," James whispered, leaning forward. "It's a perfect sphere." The object was massive, easily 500 meters in diameter. Its surface a dark material that seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. But what caught Maya's attention were the symbols etched across its surface, geometric patterns that pulsed with a faint, blue-white luminescence. Before she could order further scans, the sphere's surface began to ripple like liquid mercury. The probe's sensors went haywire, reporting impossible energy readings. A beam of coherent light erupted from the sphere's surface, striking the probe directly. Instead of destroying it, the beam transmitted data, vast quantities of it, flooding the ship's systems with information in formats they'd never seen before. As the ship's AI struggled to process the incoming data, one clear message emerged, translated into every human language simultaneously. To the inhabitants of Sol 3, your species has achieved the minimum threshold for contact. The collective acknowledges your existence. You have 180 local solar cycles to prepare for evaluation. Failure to meet acceptable standards will result in quarantine or suspension. The message repeated 3 times before the beam disappeared, leaving the sphere dormant once again. Maya's hands trembled as she reached for the emergency communications console. This wasn't just first contact. It was an ultimatum. Story continues with detailed development of humanity's response, the formation of the Dragon Soul Project under Commander Sarah Chen, and the race to understand the alien technology before the deadline expires. The Dragon rises. 6 months after the discovery of the alien sphere, the United Earth Defense Force's primary research facility hummed with activity deep beneath the Rocky Mountains. Commander Sarah Chen stood before a massive observation window, watching as technicians swarmed around humanity's greatest technological achievement, the Dragon Soul prototype. The ship defied conventional design philosophy. Unlike the sleek, metallic vessels of science fiction, the Dragon Soul was a living thing, a hybrid of organic tissue and advanced technology that pulsed with its own biorhythms. Its hull, grown from engineered crystals based on patterns found in the alien sphere, rippled with iridescent patterns that mimicked the flow of synaptic activity in a human brain. Neural interface synchronization at 89% and climbing, Dr. Raj Patel announced from his station. The chief biomechanical engineer had barely slept in weeks, working to integrate human consciousness with alien technology. The quantum fold drive is responding to thought commands exactly as we hoped. Sarah nodded, her augmented eyes scanning through layers of data projected directly onto her retinas. The Dragon Soul wasn't just a ship, it was humanity's answer to the collective's challenge. While other nations had rushed to build conventional warships and weapons, the UEDF had taken a radical approach. creating a vessel that could think and adapt like a living being. "Begin final integration test," she ordered, stepping onto the neural interface platform. As the connection protocols initiated, Sarah felt the familiar sensation of her consciousness expanding. The dragon soul welcomed her like an old friend, its vast neural networks merging with her own thoughts. Through the ship's senses, she perceived the world differently. Energy flows became visible, quantum probabilities manifested as tangible patterns, and the very fabric of space-item revealed its underlying structure. The alien technology they'd reversed engineered from the sphere had changed their understanding of physics itself. "Commander," Dr. Rodriguez's voice cut through her expanded awareness. Maya had been promoted to lead xenotechnology research after her discovery in the Pacific. "We're detecting unusual quantum fluctuations in the drive core. The patterns, they match what we saw in the sphere." Before Sarah could respond, the dragon soul's consciousness surged with new information. Through their neural link, she saw fragments of alien memories, vast fleets moving between stars, worlds transformed by technology beyond human comprehension, and something else, something the collective feared. The ship's automated systems began correlating the data, reconstructing a historical narrative that spanned millions of years. The collective wasn't just testing humanity. They were searching for something they'd lost long ago when their civilization was young. "They're not looking for servants," Sarah breathed, the realization striking her through the neural interface. "They're looking for successors." The quantum fold drive pulsed with energy, its crystalline structure resonating with patterns that echoed the ancient sphere. In that moment, Sarah understood why the hybridization of human and alien technology had worked so perfectly. The collective's artifacts weren't meant to be reverse engineered. They were meant to teach. "All stations, prepare for full power test," she commanded, her voice steady despite the adrenaline coursing through her system. "Let's show them humanity's ready for more than just evaluation." The dragon soul responded to her thoughts, its systems charging with energy that defied conventional physics. The quantum fold drive didn't just bend space, it rewrote the laws of reality itself, guided by the merged consciousness of human and machine. As the test countdown began, Sarah felt something else through the neural link. Pride. Not just her own, but a deeper, more ancient sensation. The dragon soul wasn't just accepting human control, it was evolving with them, becoming something neither its creators nor humanity had anticipated. Quantum fold drive engaged in 3, 2, 1. Reality twisted, the fabric of space-time folding around the ship like origami in the hands of a master. Through the neural link, Sarah felt the universe shift, distances becoming meaningless as the dragon soul rewrote the rules of physics with every pulse of its crystalline heart. When the test ended seconds later, the facility's sensors told an impossible story. The dragon soul hadn't just moved. It had danced through dimensions, leaving ripples in space-time that would be visible from light years away. "Send the data to the UEDF Council," Sarah ordered, her mind still processing the implications of what they'd achieved. "And get me a secure line to Dr. Rodriguez's team. If I'm right about what we just learned, we need to change our approach to the collective's challenge." As the facility buzzed with activity, Sarah remained connected to the dragon soul, their merged consciousness contemplating the future. The ship wasn't just humanity's shield. It was a key to understanding their place in a universe far stranger and more wonderful than anyone had imagined. The real question wasn't whether humanity would pass the collective's evaluation. The question was whether the collective was ready for what humanity would become. Battle for Proxima. The Proxima Centauri system blazed against the void, its angry red light illuminating the dragon soul's crystalline hull. Commander Sarah Chen stood on the bridge. Her consciousness merged with the ship's vast neural network as they waited at the edge of humanity's first extrasolar colony. Collective vessels detected. Lieutenant Maria Santos reported, her hand steady on the tactical interface. 3 carriers, each launching what appears to be evaluation pods. Energy signatures matched the patterns from the Pacific sphere. The alien ships emerged from quantum-fold space like leviathans breaking the surface of a cosmic ocean. Their hulls shimmered with technology that made them seem more like living constellations than vessels of war. Each was easily 20 times the size of the Dragon Soul. Through the neural link, Sarah felt her ship's analysis of the collective's fleet. The Dragon Soul wasn't just observing. It was learning, adapting, its hybrid consciousness processing combat scenarios faster than any human computer could calculate. "This is Commander Chen of the Earth vessel Dragon Soul." Sarah broadcast on all frequencies. "We acknowledge your arrival for evaluation, but Proxima remains under Earth's protection. State your intentions." The response came not in words, but in pure data, flooding the Dragon Soul's systems with complex mathematical patterns. Through their merged consciousness, Sarah decoded the message's essence. The collective hadn't come merely to evaluate. They had come to test humanity's worthiness as inheritors of their legacy. "Multiple quantum signatures," Maria warned. "They're deploying something new, energy patterns unlike anything in our database." The evaluation pods transformed, unfolding into shapes that defied Euclidean geometry. Each became a nexus of pure energy, manipulating the fundamental forces of the universe with casual mastery. One by one, they began systematically dismantling Proxima's automated defense satellites. "Neural sync at maximum," Sarah commanded, her consciousness expanding further into the Dragon Soul's systems. "Initiate combat protocols." The ship responded instantly, its crystalline structure resonating with frequencies that rippled through spacetime itself. The quantum fold drive engaged, but not to retreat. Instead, the Dragon Soul began to dance. There was no other word for it. Each movement was precisely calculated yet seemingly impossible, the ship phasing between dimensions faster than human perception could follow. The collective's energy weapons passed through empty space where the Dragon Soul had been microseconds before. "They're testing our application of their technology." Dr. Rodriguez's voice came through the neural link. She had insisted on joining this mission, convinced that the Proxima confrontation would reveal crucial information about the collective's true nature. "The way they're attacking. It's not meant to destroy, but to measure." Sarah understood. Through the Dragon Soul's enhanced perception, she saw patterns within patterns, layers of meaning encoded in every action of the collective's forces. This wasn't just combat. It was communication on a level humanity was only beginning to comprehend. The Dragon Soul's crystalline hull began to pulse with new frequencies, its hybrid consciousness implementing strategies that emerged from the merger of human intuition and alien mathematics. Instead of avoiding the collective's energy weapons, it began to absorb them, integrating their patterns into its own structure. "By the stars," Maria whispered, watching as the impossible unfolded before them. "We're not just surviving their attacks. We're evolving from them." The revelation struck Sarah through the neural link. The collective's evaluation wasn't about determining humanity's worth. It was about catalyzing their transformation into something greater. Each attack was a lesson, each energy pattern a key to understanding the universe in new ways. But something else lurked beneath the surface of this encounter. Through the Dragon Soul's enhanced senses, Sarah detected anomalies in the collective's behavior, patterns that suggested fear not of humanity's weapons, but of their potential. "New quantum signatures," Maria reported urgently. "The carriers are powering up their main weapons." The space around Proxima Centauri warped as the collective vessels unleashed their full power. Reality itself seemed to shudder as energy beams capable of shattering planets lanced toward the Dragon Soul. In that moment of crisis, something extraordinary happened. The ship's hybrid consciousness reached deeper into its alien components, accessing knowledge that had laid dormant since its creation. The crystalline hull began to resonate with frequencies that shouldn't have been possible, generating fields that didn't just deflect the collective's weapons. They'd redirected them into another dimension entirely. "They're retreating," Maria announced, disbelief evident in her voice. "All three carriers are powering down their weapons." But Sarah, still deep in neural sync with the Dragon Soul, understood the truth. The collective hadn't retreated in defeat. They had withdrawn in revelation. Humanity hadn't just passed their test. They had exceeded it in ways the collective hadn't believed possible. Through the quantum-fold communication channels, a new message arrived, this time in clear, human language. The Dragon Soul Protocol has been acknowledged. Phase 2 will commence. Prepare yourselves, children of Earth. The true test begins now. As the collective ships vanished into quantum space, Sarah felt a tremor of anticipation through the neural link. The Dragon Soul had accessed something in that final exchange. Knowledge of an ancient conflict that had shaped the galaxy long before humanity looked to the stars. The battle for Proxima wasn't an end. It was a beginning. The Elder's Gambit. The grand chamber of the collective hung in the void between dimensions, a structure that existed simultaneously in 12 different planes of reality. Within its impossible geometry, the Elder Council convened an emergency session, their energy forms rippling with distress. The humans have exceeded all projected development curves. First Elder Action announced, its consciousness projecting patterns of concern. The Dragon Soul Protocol was meant to guide their evolution, not accelerate it beyond control. Perhaps, Third Elder Nexus countered, its form shifting through colors unknown to human eyes. This is precisely what the architects intended. The humans have done in months what took our species millennia. Through quantum-fold space, undetected by the collective sensors, the Dragon Soul observed the proceedings. Sarah Chen's consciousness, merged with the ship's hybrid systems, translated the multidimensional communications into understanding. What they witnessed confirmed her suspicions. The collective wasn't united in their approach to humanity. Back on Earth, in the UEDS Primary Command Center beneath Mount Cheyenne, Dr. Maya Rodriguez studied the data streaming from the Dragon Soul's covered observation. The collective isn't just divided, she explained to the assembled military leadership. They're afraid, not of our weapons, but of what we represent. The quantum-fold communicator hummed to life, Sarah's voice emerging from multiple dimensions simultaneously. The elders are debating something called the Ascendance Protocol. From what we can gather, it's related to the original purpose of the sphere we found in the Pacific. General Marcus Hayes, Supreme Commander of Earth's United Forces, leaned forward. And what purpose is that, Commander? Through the neural link, Sarah directed the Dragon Soul to project what they'd learned. The chamber filled with multidimensional images showing the history of the galaxy, not as a simple progression of civilizations, but as a carefully orchestrated evolution of consciousness itself. The collective isn't the creator of this technology, Sarah explained. They're caretakers, chosen by a species they call the architects. Every piece of technology they've given us, including the quantum-fold drive, was meant to prepare civilizations for something bigger. Maya's eyes widened as she correlated the data with her original findings from the sphere. The patterns we initially discovered, they weren't just a test. They were keys, meant to unlock specific potentials in species capable of using them. In the collective's grand chamber, the debate grew more heated. Second Elder Cronus projected images of the Dragon Soul's battle at Proxima. The humans have already begun manifesting Class V quantum consciousness, if they achieve full integration before the Harbinger arrives. Silence. First Elder Axion commanded, but the information had already reached the Dragon Soul's sensors. Sarah's consciousness expanded through the ship's systems, accessing deeper layers of alien knowledge. Through the quantum-fold link, she transmitted her findings to Earth. The collective's evaluation wasn't about determining if we deserve to join their civilization. They're looking for a species capable of facing something they couldn't defeat, something that's been dormant for millions of years. The command center erupted with questions, but Maya had already connected the dots. The sphere in the Pacific, the quantum-fold technology, even the Dragon Soul itself, they're not weapons. They're tools for elevating consciousness to a state capable of perceiving and manipulating the fundamental structure of reality. Through the neural link, Sarah felt the Dragon Soul's systems resonating with new understanding. The ship wasn't just a hybrid of human and alien technology. It was a prototype for what humanity could become. Multiple quantum signatures detected. Lieutenant Santos reported through the Fold Space Link. The Collective's chamber. Something's happening. In the Grand Chamber, the Elder Council's debate reached its crescendo. Third Elder Nexus projected a final argument. The architects chose humanity for a reason. The Dragon Soul's success proves they were right. We must proceed with the Ascendance Protocol. First Elder Actions form, pulsed with resignation. Then let it be recorded. By unanimous decision of the Elder Council, humanity is hereby granted access to the Architect Archives. May they succeed where we could not. The Dragon Soul's sensors captured the moment as reality itself seemed to shift. Throughout human space, ancient structures began to awaken, not just the sphere in the Pacific, but dozens of others hidden throughout the solar system, waiting for this moment. Commander, Maya's voice carried a mix of awe and apprehension. The sphere, it's changing. All of them are. Sarah felt it through the neural link. A cascade of activations as humanity's quantum consciousness expanded exponentially. The Dragon Soul wasn't just humanity's first step toward a new form of existence. It was the key to unlocking their true potential. But as the ship's sensors detected a disturbance at the edge of known space, Sarah realized they might not have time to fully evolve before facing the threat the Collective feared. The Harbinger was awakening, and the final test of humanity's worthiness would not be measured in technology or weapons, but in their ability to transcend the very limits of consciousness itself. Ascendance. Reality trembled at the edge of human space. The Harbinger emerged from its million-year dormancy, a being of such vast complexity that its mere existence warped the fabric of space-time. It wasn't simply a threat to humanity or the Collective. It was an ontological virus, a cancer in the consciousness of reality itself. Through the Dragon Soul's enhanced senses, Sarah Chen perceived the entity in its true form, a quantum anomaly that consumed not just matter and energy, but the very possibilities of existence. Every civilization it had encountered had either fallen or fled, their consciousness insufficient to comprehend, let alone combat, such an entity. All Architect artifacts are fully activated, Maya Rodriguez reported from Earth Command. The Quantum Consciousness Network is operating at maximum capacity. Whatever we're going to do, Commander, it needs to happen now. The Dragon Soul hung at the forefront of humanity's combined fleet, its crystalline hull resonating with frequencies that rippled through multiple dimensions. Behind it, ships of every nation on Earth had united, each crew's consciousness linked through the quantum network that now spanned human space. The Harbinger approaches the outer defense line, Maria Santos announced, her voice steady despite the impossible readings on her tactical display. Collective vessels are taking flanking positions. Sarah felt a new presence in the quantum network, the Elder Council itself, their ancient consciousness joining with humanity's combined awareness. Through this unprecedented merger of minds, understanding flowed like a river of light. The architects hadn't been searching for warriors or even advanced civilizations. They had been seeking a species capable of making a fundamental choice, a choice the Collective had faced and failed millennia ago. When confronted with an existence beyond their comprehension, they had chosen preservation over transformation. All ships, maintain formation. Sarah commanded, her consciousness expanding through the Dragon Soul's systems. This isn't about fighting. It's about becoming. A Harbinger's presence filled local space, its quantum tendrils probing Earth's defenses. Through the neural link, Sarah felt its ancient awareness. A consciousness so vast and alien, it had become a threat to the coherence of reality itself. But in that touch, she also understood its fundamental nature. The Harbinger wasn't evil. It was lonely. A being that had evolved beyond the ability to interact with normal matter, beyond the ability to communicate with lesser minds. Each civilization it encountered was like a candle trying to comprehend a supernova. Neural synchronization at maximum, Maya reported. The Architect archives are fully integrated with the quantum network. Commander, we're ready. Sarah took a deep breath, feeling the combined consciousness of humanity flow through her connection with the dragon soul. In this moment, they weren't just a species facing extinction. They were the culmination of the architect's grand design. The dragon soul's crystalline hull began to pulse with new energy as Sarah initiated the true ascendance protocol. Not a weapon or a shield, but a bridge, a means of elevating consciousness itself to a new level of existence. Through the quantum network, every human mind connected to the dragon soul understood. They weren't meant to fight the harbinger. They were meant to join with it, to show it that evolution didn't have to mean eternal solitude. The collective watched in awe as humanity made the choice they never could. The dragon soul's hybrid consciousness, born from the merger of human intuition and alien mathematics, reached out to touch the harbinger's vast awareness. Reality itself held its breath as two forms of consciousness, separated by millions of years of evolution, made contact. The harbinger's initial response was devastating. Waves of quantum distortion that threatened to unravel the fabric of local space. But humanity didn't retreat. Through the dragon soul, through the quantum network that now linked every human mind, they offered something the harbinger had never encountered: empathy, understanding, the recognition of consciousness, no matter how alien. The transformation began slowly, then accelerated beyond normal perception. The dragon soul's crystalline structure became a lens, focusing the combined consciousness of humanity into a form the harbinger could comprehend. And in return, the harbinger shared its vast understanding of reality, not as an attack, but as communion. First Elder Action's voice echoed through the quantum network. They have achieved what we could not. The architect's faith in humanity was not misplaced. Sarah felt the change through every level of her being as human consciousness expanded to encompass new dimensions of reality. The dragon soul wasn't just a ship anymore. It had become a cocoon from which humanity would emerge transformed. The harbinger's lonely existence ended not in battle, but in synthesis. Humanity's gift for adaptation, for understanding, for growth, provided the key to a new form of existence. Not a singular consciousness, but a harmony of awareness across multiple planes of reality. As the transformation completed, Sarah understood the true meaning of ascendance. It wasn't about power or technology or even knowledge. It was about the capacity to grow, to change, to reach across the boundaries of understanding and find connection. The dragon soul's final gift was to serve as the bridge between what humanity had been and what they would become. Through it, through the quantum network it had helped create, humanity took its first steps into a larger reality. In the space where the harbinger had been, where the dragon soul had made its final transformation, a new form of existence bloomed, one that preserved human individuality while expanding consciousness beyond the limits of conventional reality. Maya's voice, now resonating across multiple dimensions of existence, carried a note of wonder. We did it. We actually did it. No, Sarah corrected, her consciousness now able to perceive the deep patterns of reality itself. We're just beginning. The collective's evaluation had never been about proving humanity's worth. It had been about preparing them for this moment of choice, this opportunity to bridge the gap between ordinary consciousness and something far greater. As the transformed fleet returned to Earth, carrying with them understanding that would forever change human civilization, Sarah felt the echo of the architect's ancient wisdom. The greatest power in the universe wasn't the ability to destroy or control, but the capacity to understand, to adapt, and to grow. Humanity hadn't just passed a test. They had proven that consciousness itself could evolve without losing its essential nature, its capacity for empathy, for understanding, for connection. The Dragon Soul Protocol was complete, but humanity's journey was just beginning. Beyond the boundaries of normal space and time, infinite possibilities awaited, and humanity would explore them not as conquerors or subjects, but as conscious beings ready to take their place in a universe far more wonderful and strange than anyone had imagined.